on, everybody? I'm Brent.
And this is PJ.
And this is the Home Video Hustle.
Hustle, hustle, hustle.
We hyped today again. That could mean good things. It could mean bad things. It could mean very good bad things. If you saw the video, which I hope y'all did, because it may be my favorite one we've done yet, I put all hood movies in the bag for PJ, and then I put Star Wars in there because he had a good track record going. So I'm like, he probably not going to pick it no time soon.
Right.
So, let's just get another hood movie in. Guess what he picked? He picked Star Wars. Almost made it 10 weeks.
Almost.
But not quite. So, today, we're talking about The Empire Strikes Back.
Star Wars 5/2, if that makes any fucking sense.
2/5.
2/5.
That just kills you, don't it? That pissed you off last time, I think, didn't it?
I might have.
You said something about, how the fuck is it the first one, but then it's episode 4, or something like that.
I watched episode 4 last. See?
The original one is now episode 4.
Okay.
That's why this is 5, and then the next one is 6. And then
so when does 1, 2, and 3 come?
They came in 1990. The first one came in 1999, The Phantom Menace. Those happened before the original movie that we watched the last time. And now there's even another one in between 3 and 4 called Rogue One, where that shows how they got the Death Star plans. Do you remember the Death Star plans?
No. No.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is going to be fun right here. Okay, PJ.
Yes.
PJ.
Yes.
Tell the people everything you remember about the last Star Wars movie.
Shit. Okay.
You can do it, bro. You can do it. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, only 10 weeks.
Oh, almost 10 weeks. You wished it was 10 weeks.
Okay. There was... Fuck, man. For real, I remember the beginning, them being on some planet. And...
But I believe you're probably talking about Tatooine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Or tattooing, as you kept calling it.
Yes, tattooing.
Tattooey.
What is... Okay. Yeah.
Tattooing. There you go.
Phonics.
There you go. Hook on them.
Okay. I remember that. And for real, I don't remember anything.
You don't remember shit else other than tattooing. Tattooing was the part you didn't like. You don't remember anything else?
That's probably why I remember it. Like, oh my gosh.
Vile memories of that garbage movie, in your opinion. Don't hurt yourself trying to think, man. If you can't remember, just fuck.
Like, really, yeah, I lied to you not. I really don't remember shit.
Okay, you remember Death Star.
That's the... No.
God.
No.
Oh my God, okay. Death Star was the big fucking ship that they were running around on trying to, fuck, man, you got me all jacked up now. They got pulled into it with the tractor beam. They had to go in there and get the tractor beam off so they can get out, and that's where Obi-Wan Kenobi got killed by Darth Vader.
Yes.
That building there, that was the Death Star.
Okay.
That was like half of the fucking movie.
Oh. Yeah. I remember that scene.
Do you remember at the end when they blew up the Death Star?
They were getting chased or something, right? Chased through this. What is that? What is that scene that I'm thinking of?
Are you talking when they were in the cockpits, blasting the TIE fighters?
Yes.
That was after they left the Death Star.
The Death Star blew up and then they shot out of it. That's when the whole chase began.
No,
right?
no, after the Death Star blew up, that was the end of the movie for the most part.
Oh, well then, no.
This is what we're dealing with here, folks, today. Fans of Star Wars, how worried are you about this review? I gotta say, homegirl Liz from the Nerdy Bitches podcast yelled at PJ. She yelled at me, and then I had to go tell PJ that I got yelled at because of him.
Yes.
Liz, I'm just gonna tell you,
it's not any better.
I'm gonna give you his Twitter because I kind of see where this is already about to go. I was looking at his face and his reactions to the movie the whole time, and the lack of reaction told me something. I was like, okay, he's not liking this. Apparently.
I really. Was I not reacting to...
You were either looking at it like what the
fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah. Is that like your profile picture face on Twitter?
Oh, okay.
Or you just was like looking like what? Like with the eyebrow cocked like, huh?
I think okay. Without further ado, let's just
want to get into it. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, today's movie, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, from 1980.
Or Episode 2.
Nobody has ever called it episode 2, PJ. Before the prequels and all that came out, it was Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. There was no episode shit in there for a while anyway. So nobody ever called this episode 2.
Well, I'm starting a new thing. This is episode 2 because it's going in chronological order, right?
The original trilogy, yeah. What do you mean?
The movie I just watched.
Oh, yeah. It takes place after the one we watched before.
Okay.
But I mean, if you bring okay, then never mind.
Yeah, right. We're about to.
We are watching The Empire Strikes Back, but there ain't no episode involved right now. 2 hours and 12 minutes. Did it feel like it?
Every fucking minute.
Oh, well, there's that review. 1980. Yep. This is the second installment of the PJ's Never Seen series, and what that means is the big ones. Like, there's a lot of shit PJ ain't seen. Now, I'll admit there's a lot of shit I ain't seen as people have found out lately. And the big ones, like the ones where people are like, "Oh my God, how have you not seen that?" We will label that as a PJ's Never Seen, or if it's me, we'll say, "Hey, Brent never seen," or more likely than that, it'll be a "We have never seen."
There you go.
But this is the second PJ has never seen movie. The first one was Star Wars. Now, this is directed by Erwin Kershner, not George Lucas. Written by Lawrence Kasdan, Lee Brackett. But the story is by George Lucas. And if I recall documentaries and stories right, this is the Star Wars movie with the least George Lucas involvement. Is that why most people like this one the best? Maybe. Probably. I'm sure. We'll find out, won't we? And PJ.
Yes.
This movie that you already seemingly don't like is the IMDb's number 13 top rated movie.
Yes.
Out of 250.
Yes.
IMDb score 8.8 out of 10. Metacritic score 81 out of 100.
Oh.
Rotten Tomatoes 94%.
Oh.
And the audience on Rotten Tomatoes have given it a 97%.
Wow.
So,
is it me? Like, what the fuck?
You know what? Let's go through it and find out. Now,
go ahead and ask.
to keep tradition going.
Go ahead.
To keep tradition going. Last time I let you handle this shit. So guess what, P?
I'm handling it.
What happens first?
Okay. So.
And keep in mind, people, we literally just pushed the stop button on that shit.
So, we're here. Shit. The ships, right? Are they're fixing up ships? Is this? Oh no! I got it. I got it.
There's a very important thing to listen.
They're in the fucking tundra.
You still are missing something.
What?
The title crawl, man. That's the.
Shit.
Got to say the title crawl,
right?
Brother.
Because that confused. Honestly,
it confused you?
No. Yeah. You remember when I was? As soon as that happened, I was like, that did not. I knew that shit did not happen in the last movie. And he was like, "No, that's the mean time in between time, and that leads us to here." So
he thought that the shit in the title crawl for this movie was
the
recapping the first movie, and I said, "No, P, this is what's happening in between the two movies." Because he looked at me and he was like, "What the fuck? Like that shit didn't happen last time."
Okay, yes.
But
the title
that
crawl
was the recap. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll start y'all a little bit. After the title crawl, show the Star Destroyers flying around. Those are the big triangular looking ships.
Yes.
And they're deploying probe droids all over the place because they're trying to find motherfuckers, the rebels.
Yes.
So there's shit flying around everywhere.
Yes.
And
Luke.
Yeah. Okay.
Luke. He's out riding on his Tauntaun.
That's the name of it. I don't know if I told you that.
No, but it reminds me of that little monster from the
Never-Ending Story?
Yes, that.
Fun fact.
Oh, shit.
I've never seen the Never-Ending Story before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Never had no interest in seeing it. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I even know what animal you're talking about. But I just never cared to watch that movie.
I didn't like it as much.
Oh well, shit. If you didn't like it, fuck that movie. Yeah.
But yeah, he's on a Tauntaun,
yes,
and he radioed back to headquarters, and he was basically, what did he radio to Han? Whatever.
Yeah, he was talking to Han because they were both out there, searching,
patrolling,
whatever.
Yeah.
And he saw the probe droid drop into the ground, and he thought it was asteroids. So he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go peep that out, bro."
Yeah, and then he hung up, and something wound up coming and knocking him off.
I think I'm not 100% sure, so I may be about to get yelled at with you. I think it's called a Wampa.
A Wampa.
I think.
We will see.
I'm sure. Oh, yeah. If I'm wrong, they're going to tell me. Liz, Mario, and them, they'll let me know. But I think that's what it's called.
Well, for now, we're going to go with the Wampa. Knocked him off the Tom. Look at my lingo right there. Damn it. Tauntaun.
Yes.
Tauntaun. Knocked him off the Tauntaun. Boom. That's that. So then we go to headquarters, and I don't know chronologically what happens.
Well, what in your mind, what was you about to say happened? I'll tell you.
They went back to headquarters. There was some. Han was saying he was about to leave. Letting people go.
Yeah. He's about to go pay Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Because on some last mission they had like bounty hunters fucking with him or something.
And then that was it. And he was telling everybody, I'm gone. I'm out. Peace. See you later. And then he tells Leia, and she kind of was mad and whatnot.
Yeah, she was mugging the shit out of him the whole time.
Yeah. And then
they had a little banter in the hallway.
Yeah. I saw the love story come in. I peeped that.
Hard not to, brother.
Yeah, right. But then something happens and he's like, has Skywalker made it back yet? And they're like, no. And then, R2D2 is telling him the possibility, the chances of survival. CP3O, sorry. C3PO.
Oh, yeah.
What does that stand for?
You got me on that one.
Okay. But yeah, he basically goes out to find him. He hasn't come back. All that shit happens and he goes out to find him. So, that's it. He gets the stats and he's like, fuck it. I'll see you in hell even though my Tauntaun's chance of living is slim to none. Fuck it, I'm going out there. Boom. So he leaves. And after that,
that's when Luke Skywalker woke up inside the Wampa cave. He was hanging upside down, and the Wampa was over there chomping on his tauntaun.
Yes, and
that sounded weird just now.
Yeah, it did.
Chomping on his tauntaun. That sounded like some nerd sex talk. Hey, baby, why don't you come over to let me chomp down on your tauntaun? Ooh, okay.
Yeah, he's eating his tauntaun. And he's
oh fuck, man.
So how did he? Okay, since he went to Yoda in this episode in order.
Yeah, that's after all this though.
Yeah, but he went there in order to learn how to use the Force, but he used the Force here.
He had he know basic knowledge from the first movie, but he went to Yoda to get that shit perfected,
amplified and shit. Okay,
get better at it.
Okay, well yeah, he sees his lightsaber right there, and he uses the Force, grabs it, cuts himself off, and kills the Wampa.
He didn't kill. Oh, he might have died, but he cut his arm off.
Oh yeah, cut his arm off.
Then was out there in the snow, fucked with nowhere really to go at that.
Yeah, tried to make it, and then fucking Solo found him, didn't he?
Yeah, before that though, they cut back to Princess Leia and Chewbacca and everybody in there, and they're telling her like, "Yo, man, it's getting dark out. It's gonna start, freezing this shit. So we gotta shut these doors, which means Han and Luke gonna be fucked for the night. They gotta find a way to, get warm and shit. But they can't help it, so they shut the doors, and then you cut back. That's when Han Solo find Luke out there, laying on the ground because Luke Skywalker. But
before that,
okay.
What is his name? Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yep, pretty much.
He comes in a vision.
Yeah.
And he tells him,
Force Ghost or whatever.
Is that the name of it?
I think they call him Force Ghost.
Force Ghost. Okay.
I know for sure. And I think in the prequel trilogy they say Force Ghost.
Well, he sees the Force Ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he tells him something about meeting up with Yoda.
Tells him go to see Yoda, go to the Dagobah system. Pretty much.
There you go. And he's too weak, and he passes out. But then that's when Han finds him, cuts open the tauntaun, because he just collapsed, because
the cold got it.
Yeah, the cold got him. So he sticks him in there with the guts, and they make it to the morning.
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
He's a funny guy for real, Han Solo. His little wit.
That's a lot of people's favorite character in these movies.
I see why.
It's like when people were growing up, they'd be like, oh, Luke Skywalker is my favorite character because he's got the Force and he's the main character. He's a good guy. He beats the bad people. You get a little bit older and you get a little bit more grimier in your teenage years. You start liking Han Solo because he's like, yeah, you out there pimping and out there just chopping dudes up.
Right.
But see, I was a different kid growing up because as a kid and as a teenager until the prequels came out, Darth Vader was always my favorite character.
There you go.
And in the movie Goodfellas, I think Ray Liotta was describing Robert De Niro, and he was like, he's the type of guy that always rooted for the bad guys in the movies. That was me too back in the day. Even now to a certain extent, I don't know, because sometimes the good guys be boring. They be a bunch of whiny bitches and shit sometimes. It's just man, just murk that motherfucker, man.
I would agree, actually.
Or get me somebody better than this motherfucker.
Have a little ruthlessness to you.
Exactly. That's why I like the fucking Punisher.
Good guy. But is he?
But he'll fuck your ass up.
Just don't... Keep the peace, my brother. Keep the peace.
I try. But people try me though.
So yeah,
I got something to say about that, but I'm gonna save it for the end of the show. I just had an incident happen. We gonna talk about that later. I'm not gonna forget.
Okay. I'm not.
I'm not.
Okay. Where we at? I feel like I've been doing good
Luke
so
Skywalker is in the is in the Tauntaun's guts.
Yeah.
Which also sounded really weird just now.
Wow. Yeah.
Cause around the hood, in them guts.
In the guts?
Means you're beating up on little girlie real good. All up in them guts.
Getting the skins.
Hey. Going to town on it. It's so big. I know, girl. Hey.
Got a couple times. Just call in and
You still want me to eat on that Tauntaun, girl?
Okay.
I'm quite hungry. Oh man, one of them days. All right.
Yep.
Why did Star Wars bring this out?
I don't, right?
All right, yeah, let's go. Where the fuck were we now?
Where were we? I don't know.
Okay, I was talking about Tauntaun guts.
Oh, yeah, he found him. That's basically it. He hit him in there. Okay, that's the next day.
You cut to the morning, and that's when the snow speeders are going around trying to find out, hey, this is Rogue 2. Y'all motherfuckers hear me? You know, hey, it's Rogue 2. You know, just kept repeating that till you finally got an answer.
Hey, we found Han and Skywalker.
I repeat, we found them.
There you go.
I was telling PJ, PJ, he played video games, but he's not like as deep into it as I am. Mm-hmm. And on Nintendo 64, you ain't never played it, right? The game I was talking about, okay.
Nope.
It's a game called Shadows of the Empire. Mm-hmm. That shit fun as hell. And the first level of that game is the next scene coming up with the AT-AT walkers. The music that's playing in the scene where the snow speeders are flying around trying to find Han and Luke was the music from that first level. And that shit just brought back all the nostalgia. Like, I was like, oh man, like good childhood times. Brought right the fuck back.
Good times.
Love that damn game.
So, they're back at headquarters.
Han, Luke, Leia, Chewie, C-3PO, R2, they're all in the room.
Man, this guy, okay, let me just... I appreciate, that every character had a voice.
I know where this is going.
Chewbacca needed to shut the fuck up at times.
Not where I thought.
The Metal Boys.
Okay.
What the fuck is
C-3PO?
C-3PO needed to shut the fuck up at times.
That's where I thought that was going.
Even the little R2-D2, like they were just so inconvenient, like at the worst time, especially when oh boy got dumped into the thing.
Carbonite.
And then, he was just like, damn, man, I understand.
His boy just got fucking frozen.
I understand, but shit, like, It was more than...
you got captured by Darth Vader and they froze your ass. I'm like, motherfucker! I'll be making noise too.
Mute it down. Tone it down. Like, you can cry in silence. Shit. Hit him with the tears. Do something. But yeah, sorry. They just...
I had a feeling about C-3PO because I noticed a lot of times when I would glance over at you for a second while he was talking, you would kind of make the face like, shut up. You got the shut up face on. So when you said that, I thought immediately, I didn't know you were going to complain about Chewbacca and R2-D2
him too. Well, all of them. Well, not R2D because he's a robot, I guess.
It just makes little beep noises and baby noises and shit.
Yeah, but he didn't know when to shut up when
Oh, and Yoda.
Yeah,
he was fucking him up a little bit.
Yeah, sidebar.
PJ does not like side characters in this movie.
Suffice it to say. I mean, they're cool. I
got a question about Yoda, but I'll wait till we get there. Shit. How you feel about that shit?
Oh.
Save it. We gonna get there. We gotta get to Dagobah first.
To what?
Dagobah, where Yoda lived at.
Yes. Okay.
Oh man, all right. So yeah, they all in the room having their little banter. Han Solo and Leia. Well, I don't know if this flirting is like, because Han is flirting hard with her. She fighting it. That's pretty much what she's doing. Like, girl, But yeah, they're in there, going back and forth. All the little classic lines from this movie that I'm sure PJ has no memory of. Called him a scruffy looking nerf herder, and he was like, "Who's scruffy looking?" Yeah.
Yes.
And then I guess gave him a little punch in his nuts. She goes over there and kisses Luke Skywalker.
Right.
And it's like, yo, you don't know everything, fam. Smooch. And then she just walks out, like drops the mic on his ass. And then my boy Luke just kind of leaned back with his hand behind his head, like, yeah. I can get that coach.
That kind of threw me for real, because I didn't understand what was going on.
Trying to get
fucking with her.
I've seen girls do shit like that.
Mess with the mental.
Try and fuck with you.
Why, ladies? Why? Like, how come you can't just be like, men, we like you. I want you.
Oh my God! Don't do that. Do not quote that motherfucker. Do y'all know who he was just
I
quoting?
like you,
Oh my god.
and I want you.
That motherfucker didn't want no girl.
Yeah, no,
he
he
wanted
didn't.
some booty.
Yeah.
A man's butt. What did he say?
You cannot have my butt.
Oh, okay, we got to put context on that shit.
Yes, please.
Because that was weird. Okay. There's a show called Lockup, and there's a guy on there. I can't remember his motherfucking
I was
name
talking
right
about
now.
the Boondocks.
The Boondocks stole it from that. This is a real thing, not Boondocks. They stole that from real life.
That was in real life?
That's a real dude.
Real life?
Yes. I can't remember his name right now. They just kept calling him. They called that nigga the Booty Warrior. I was so deadly serious. I wish I knew this motherfucker's name off the top of my head. But yeah, it was a real thing on this show called Lockup. They were, the show where they just go around prison and shit. Yeah, me and mom, and then we used to watch it all the time. And we actually saw this on TV before it became like a meme in the future.
Gosh.
And they were talking to him, and he was talking about, he had been there for a long ass time. So, he was like, in jail, booty more important than water, And then he was like, he said something about, because the guy was like, what do you mean? He's like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, I mean, booty, a man's butt.
Oh my gosh.
And then I think he said at one point, like, in my younger days, like, if all these cameras wasn't around here, like, I could take your booty or some shit like that to the cameraman.
Gosh.
And that's when the line from the Boondocks, they asked him, like, basically they were asking a bunch of details about it, and he said, look, he'll see a guy come in and he like him, he was like, look, I like you and I want you, and we can do this the easy way or the hard way. And all that shit was real. I can show it to you. I can put it up on YouTube. Like, all that that was a real dude that said that shit. And they called him the Booty Warrior. His name was motherfucking Fleece Johnson. That's his name. It just hit me out of nowhere. Yeah.
Oh, Fleece, you have given me the laugh of the week right there.
And then the thing you talking about on the Boondocks, they made fun of it because they had him like on the To Catch a Predator show, Chris Hansen, and they had that motherfucker on their booty taking Chris Hansen. That's what you talking about. But that was a real thing that they I thought you knew that.
No, I thought it was
as much
just
as
on
me
the
and my
Boondocks.
brother laugh about that shit. Like,
Man,
it's the dumbest. It's the best though.
well, yeah.
There's your lesson for today, kids. The history behind the meme with Home Video Hustle. I'm Brent.
And this is PJ.
Keep listening. All right, so now that the Booty Warrior out the way, we got the kissing on there.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You never do know what you're gonna get with this show, man. Like,
wow.
They should know by now, though, that expect the unexpected.
All right.
We can go
Star Wars.
We can talk about Star Wars. We can talk about eating coochie. We can talk about the Booty Warrior. We can talk about motherfucking
some more shit when Yoda comes up. Cause I got some.
Oh yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
Well, let's go
there. Okay.
All right. They were monitoring noise outside, and they hear like these like droid talk. And C-3PO was like, "Yo, that ain't nobody we know or nobody we fuck with. So that must be some Empire shit." And so, okay, we go out there and check on it. Han and Chewie go out there. They see the probe droid, but I think the probe droid sees them, and I think it self-destructs. They shoot it with like one blaster shot, and it just blows the fuck up. So it self-destructed, but before it did, it notified the Empire, I guess, that, hey, somebody's on this motherfucking planet. So now the Empire knows where they are. The Empire, they show them getting the data, and they're like, hey, on the Hoth planet, it's something popping off. Admiral guy, he's like, oh, ain't, fuck that, ain't nothing there. And then Darth Vader walks up and was like, what'd you just say, homie? He's like, yo, they on Hoth, and he ain't showing the little picture of, I think it's a shield generator. And he like, yo, that's the fucking place we need to go to, set course for Hoth.
Yeah.
And then Admiral dude tried to be like, yo, you sure? Ain't nothing down there. He like, motherfucker, look, I said go to Hoth. And then the little quick scene that me and you laughed at, because I guess he says, yo, we going to Hoth. And then he turns around and says, hey, you go do something. But this motherfucker has been standing right on Darth Vader's back. Darth Vader turned around, and this motherfucker was like almost face to face with him. It's like, back the fuck up, dude. Damn. I can't stand that shit. Tangent. Here we go.
Okay.
And this, and not even just me, this is just happened to somebody else recently too, and they know who I'm talking about, but they don't want me to talk about it, so I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I've seen this happen a couple times. You go to like the corner store or something, or gas. It's more so at the gas station than anywhere. That's where it always happens at. You standing in line, and I always like to, just like with cars, you leave a little gap in between. You don't be all up on motherfuckers' bumpers. You don't be all up on motherfuckers' backs. I leave a little gap right there, because, I don't like people all up on me, so, treat others as you like to be treated, motherfucker. Give them that space. And so, I was at the gas station, and this motherfucker was like up on my back. And I even got a story about this with you, PJ. I don't know if you remember, but I'm gonna tell that too. Motherfucker was all on my back. I actually stole this move from you. I gotta give you your props. I acted like I was reaching for something, and I like thrust my elbow back and bumped him in the chest. And I was like, oh shit, my bad, I didn't know you was that close. And I stole that from PJ because back in high school, I think it had to be high school because you were gone for college for a while. We were I think we were at Wendy's or something. We had walked somewhere when we were probably skipping school, I'm sure. I think it was a fast food joint for sure. Somebody was all up on you because I was on the side of you and I was like playing on my iPod or CD player or something. I can't remember. And I just remember you like I don't think you elbowed him. I think you just like stepped back real hard. Like you know what I mean? Like you just did a hard step back and then you like bumped the shit out of him and you was like, oh my bad, I didn't know you was that close to my back. And then that motherfucker just didn't. He couldn't say nothing because he looked. I thought he was gonna step because when he did that, I like turned around with you and I was like, "What's up?" And he kind of was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
But yeah, I stole that move from you though. I
don't know.
I thought he was Wendy's because we used to walk there.
Damn.
But I say all that just to say, give motherfuckers they space, man. I can't stand that shit.
Right.
In the car, on foot. Wherever you at, give a motherfucker they space. This motherfucker right here didn't give Darth Vader his space. I'd have choked the shit out of his ass. Back the fuck up, man.
It's the buffer zone. You need how you
exactly, man. If I could feel you breathing on my neck, if you could like see the hair on the back of my neck raise up or something like that, back the fuck up, son.
Close.
Get off me.
You know they say actually, since we have intercontinental listeners, shout out to y'all.
Oh yeah.
They say that's actually like a U.S. thing because like if you go to Mexico, like on a bus, like it's more acceptable for you might even see 3 people on a seat. Like instead of 2 people, it's 3 people. Or it's just our ways and what we're accustomed to. We're not to say living lavish, but we have that luxury to have a buffer zone where we don't really need to be up on top of each other.
I can be here. I could be in Mexico. I could be in England. I can be in New Zealand. I can be in China, Japan, all of Europe, all of Asia, wherever I'm at. Stay the fuck off my back. If it's tight on the bus and like we gotta sit 3-2 seat, I ain't got no problem with that, bro. No, fuck standing up. I'll give you a seat. But I'm just saying, if I'm standing somewhere though and you all up on my back the fuck up. Flat out. For real.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
But yeah, let me get that out there.
Yeah, give the man a space, people.
I'm trying to, this is motherfucking public service announcements we do here on the home video. So we're just trying to, get you through life with minimal problems.
There you go.
Because if you do that shit to the wrong person, I mean, they might not elbow bump you, motherfucker. They might fuck your ass. Right. So yeah. The more you know. Where the fuck are we at? Okay. The admiral that he was talking to, he ends up choking the dude out, remember? Because they came out of hyperspace too early and they let the rebels know they were coming. And the guy, I guess, had some excuse like, oh, we don't need to do no sneak attack. We can just go run up on him. So Darth Vader calls him on the screen and he turns around like he did something. He like, yeah, hey, Vader, we about to go fuck him up and all that. And he just hear, and he's choking the shit out of him. In the background, and then he starts talking to some other dude like it ain't shit. Like this dude in the background choking. And he's just talking to the old dude like, hey, prepare them ships and shit. And we gonna go land. We gonna go fuck them up, capture some people. It sound good, right? And he's like, yeah. And the old boy in the background just like, and shit. So he finally just falls over.
Yeah. Then he calls him the Admiral.
Yeah, this one dude just kept getting promoted the whole movie. Like a running joke. Rebels know they coming, and they know the Empire coming, so they getting ready. They going out there, they're getting the little battle line started up. They got the blasters, the pistols, and whatnot. Then they see in the little scope, AT walkers are coming, and the AT walkers were the big ass like fucking the elephant looking robots.
Yes.
You remember anything coming up?
There's a little battle.
Okay,
scene,
I was about to say the snow speeder battle popped off.
Yeah, and then everybody's something. I remember the thing about the shield around something like the force field shield.
Yeah, they were trying to keep the Empire from fucking up their shield generators so that they can get like all their ships out of there.
Yeah. So everybody was basically leaving. Like it was evacuation time.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Sorry, yeah, they were leaving. So yeah, Luke is there. I don't remember much, but a little fly
just that
action,
battle
boom,
shit
boom,
happens.
boom. Yeah, then they wind up tying the
I'm about to say that's
thing,
the big thing
around.
They shoot harpoons at the legs and they start circling around them.
Yeah,
so that the motherfuckers would trip, fall forward, and then they would shoot them in like a weak spot in their neck and blow the motherfuckers' heads up.
And
eventually, like I said, all that shit's going down. A couple people get smoked. Luke Skywalker, I think there's like 2 of them in the ship, and his guy in the back.
His band
Then Luke gets shot. He goes down, and he gets out just before that crushes his snow speeder, so his boy got fucked up again.
Yeah. He had to get his lightsaber out there.
Yeah, his little harpoon thing too.
Yeah.
So while that's happening, Han Solo he goes to try and get Leia out of there because like the fucking Empire is coming. We need to get the fuck out. And she's trying to not go at first, but then they hear over the intercom like, yo, the Darth Vader and them, they're in the base. Like, y'all need to go. So he finally gets her to come with him so they can escape. And while that's happening, Luke Skywalker running around out in the snow, he got like his little magnetic repel joint, repels up the underside of the AT-AT, slices that joint open with the lightsaber, throws a grenade in there, drops, runs off, blows that motherfucker up. It's a video game on the GameCube. It's called Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3. I think it's called Rebel Strike is the subtitle. You could actually do that in that game. You play the Hoth level as Luke Skywalker and you gotta like repel up and do that shit. It's fun as hell. I used to love that game, man. But yeah, you brought it up. The shield generator gets destroyed after a while. And when it got destroyed, it like caused a little collapse in the underground base. So Han and Leia's path to their little escape joint is blocked. So Han is like, all right, well, I'll just take her out of here in the Millennium Falcon. Fuck it. So they go back there. But then just as they're about to get on, Darth Vader and his crew, they're coming down there. So they got a little shootout popping off. Then right as Darth Vader comes around the corner, they blast off. So they got up out of there.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Okay.
And now we get to space, right?
Nah, well, they show Luke Skywalker. He sees him flying off, so he goes over to his X-Wing. Him and R2 head out into space to go to the Dagobah system.
Oh, yeah, R2, he's telling him, the rendezvous point, whatever, and he's like, nah, I'm going to go to...
fuck that rendezvous, son. We got somewhere to be.
Yeah.
So while he's getting in there, him and R2 heading to the Dagobah system in space, you cut to Han Solo and them in the Millennium Falcon getting chased by like 2 or 3 Star Destroyers and a bunch of TIE fighters like on their ass. So you got a big space battle happening there. Fucking hyperspeed ain't working for them to escape. So they're trying to fix it. Can't fix it. So Han Solo and them see an asteroid field. Yep. And they're like, fuck it. If they crazy enough to follow us, they just gonna have to come follow us then. So they ride up in there. Remember anything you want to take it from here a little bit?
Yeah, while they're in the asteroid field, they do the little maneuvers in the thing. A couple of them die.
Yes, sir.
And then they get to another planet, I guess, or whatever it is.
Another planet. No, they ain't get to another. They still in the asteroid field.
Or what did they land when after
they're going through the asteroid field and they see a hole. So he's like, all right, that look good. Let's go hide in there for a minute. And they dive down into a hole.
Okay. I thought they got on a planet and went into a hole.
They just went. It was an asteroid.
Okay. Well, yeah, they went into a hole on the asteroid and they went to fix their stuff. There was these things.
Not quite. Because right as they get in there, it shows Luke and R2 getting to Dagobah. Oh. Because they crash land in a swamp.
Yes.
And, they're walking through the swamp. Something actually, chews up R2 and spits his ass back out.
Mm-hmm. He's funny when he gets thrown.
It's funny, too, because the DVD I got on the main menu is that scene, and when you hit play, it shows R2 flying toward the screen and shit. So after that happened, you cut to Darth Vader's inside his little meditation chamber thing. I don't know what the fuck you call it. It's probably something in the comic books. I don't know what the fuck it is no more. You get like a quick glimpse of like his head before the helmet comes down. You see it's like all burnt up, white, pink, Freddy Krueger looking bullshit pop off.
Like his brain is right there.
It does look like his brain is just hanging out.
And the Admiral walks up.
Yeah, and he's like, yo, they went into the asteroid belt. What we gonna do? And now Darth Vader's like, man, I don't give a fuck about no asteroids. We take your ass in there and go find them. Right. So they're following him to the asteroid belt. They're inside there. They're in the little hole on the asteroid, and it's like moving around, like quaking a lot. And they're like, oh, maybe this thing ain't stable.
Han, yeah.
And that's when you get a little bit more of the Han and Leia banter popping off. Because she's over there repairing something. I think this is the scene PU is laughing at because she's like repairing something. And he goes over there and he like grabs her hands. And I forget. I wish I remember what exactly she was saying.
She says something. She says, stop it.
Yeah, she just kept telling him, stop it.
Yeah.
And he just kept coming at her strong with the game. The game was strong that day.
Yes.
It's like, stop. She said, like, my hands are dirty. Like, girl, my hands dirty too. It's all good.
And then isn't this when they kiss? When they kiss?
Yeah, they actually kissed each other.
But your boy came in and fucked it up.
C-3PO
See what I mean?
with the cock block game.
Oh, you extra ass. Oh, yeah.
Let it all out, P.
Yeah,
let it all out.
Yeah, see?
Finally, it was about to get some Leia action popping off and motherfucking C-3PO pimping.
Damn.
Hey, I fixed the whatever. And I think
said, what did he say? Thank you.
He's like, thank you. That's great, or something. Something like that. Like, fuck, man. You ever had that happen in real life? You about to just
Yes,
get
I have.
Going? Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
I walked into that one, didn't I? Okay, do I tell this story or do you tell this story?
Time.
Do I do it or you do it? Because it's your story, but I'm involved in it.
So, 10th grade year, high school gimmicks. You skip school, you go chill with your friends, have girls over, have fun. You watch movies. I can't talk. Okay, so yeah, you watch movies, you do what you do. When the movie's off, you go separate with your significant other or whoever you're crushing on, and you take a room in the house and do what you do. I took me and my crush into the basement. Me being the smooth guy I am. Lay down, smooth, chill, da-da-da-da-da. But no, here comes somebody down the stairs. What did you say? It was like literally back to back to back. You would come down, leave me alone for like 2 minutes, come back another 3 minutes later. I feel like I honestly might have been. I was just yep. But yeah. Yes, I have that experience right there.
Okay, let me, cause y'all know he talking about me, right? So let me tell y'all what really happened. Okay, I'll admit I was being an asshole that day. We were at our friend's house. Him and the other girl that was there, they went upstairs to his room. They were doing what the fuck ever. P.
Apparently wrestling, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's weird when you walk up. Okay, I'll get to it. It happened at the end. So they're upstairs doing their thing. PJ and I think she was your girlfriend at the time, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So P and this girl, they were in the basement, and see the ratio was off that day. They had somebody. I didn't. I was sitting in the living room watching fucking Lethal Weapon. I even remember what I was watching.
We had just got done watching 007, right?
We did. Yeah. So I'm just sitting there, and I just. Being an asshole, I just was like fucking with people. Like I went and like opened up the door to the basement, and I like put my ear in. I'm like, are they doing anything? And I ain't hear nothing. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to go fuck with these motherfuckers real quick. And the first time I went down there, because there's like a gap in the wall, and I just kind of had my head peeked down, like where you could just barely see me. And I sat there for like 30 seconds until one of y'all finally noticed me. And PJ was like, what the fuck? And then, like he said, a couple minutes went by. I grabbed a pillow and I went down the stairs and I threw that motherfucking pillow at PJ's head. And PJ, that might be the only time in our friendship that PJ I thought was gonna fight me. PJ got the fuck out that bed. Like he almost threw her off of it. He still got so mad. He jumped up. He was like, "What the fuck?" And I legit ran. I was like, "Oh shit!" I ran up the stairs. But after that, when I left you alone, I'm like, I'll leave him alone now. So I went back to watching TV and shit. Oh yeah, okay, that's what happened. After like maybe about 5-10 minutes, maybe we heard a loud ass thump.
Yeah.
Like, boom. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I heard do 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 do, and y'all two running upstairs, and you were like, are you all right? I'm like, it wasn't me.
So then we ran upstairs.
Yeah, we went up the stairs. And then compromising position, my friend and her, they were both our friends, but him and her, they were like, she was bent over and he was behind her in the doggy style position, fully clothed though, and they both just looked at us with like the surprised shock face, like like what the fuck
what
are y'all
doing?
Doing up here? Now, we're wrestling. We knocked something on the floor. Like, would y'all knock the fucking tube TV on the floor? That sounded like somebody got power bombed up here. Like, what are y'all doing? So then they went back to what they was doing. I went back to watching TV. PR went back downstairs. And then,
yeah.
I think PJ's mad at me that day.
Yeah. I don't know. Because after that, the movie, okay. It was like, that, like, every guy comes to that moment where it's like, you might be able to secure the pussy, but everything has to be working on all cylinders. It just wasn't the case that day. You
think if I didn't fuck with you, you might have had something going?
Might have been able to suck on some titties. I don't know. I don't know. Something,
I'll tell you, revenge happened for you without you knowing it. Like, not long after that, I had a taste of my own medicine, I'll say, because of my brother. So damn. I know the pain now. I see the error of my ways now. I shouldn't have done that, sir. And I apologize to you like 10 years after the fact.
All is forgiven, my friend. Said I see the error of my ways.
I could tell that story, but that may be kind of graphic. And I know my mom's in there listening. Hi, Mom. How you doing today? Hope work going good.
Right.
Let's go on, brother.
Yep. Okay.
So, yeah, that happened. And you cut back to Dagobah. And I think Luke is sitting there eating some food. R2-D2, they sitting there chilling. Luke is like, yo, I feel like somebody watching us. And he turned around and fucking Yoda is right there when he got his gun pointed at him. And I think like, yo, put your weapon, or where you put your weapon, wherever the fuck. He doesn't know it's Yoda yet, though. because he's acting all like crazy and goofy acting and shit. And he's supposed to be like some Jedi master he looking for. So of course he ain't thinking that this little midget puppet that is like crazy acting is Yoda.
Yes.
Now, when do you want to get into your Yoda thing? You want to do it now while he's goofy acting, or wait until we find out that it's Yoda?
After.
So I had a feeling. That's why I asked you. So they, antics happen, and Yoda's in there going through his stuff, throwing shit around. He grabs like a flashlight, and Luke is like, "Give me that back." He said, "No, it's mine." And R2D2 tries to grab it back from him, so he starts hitting R2 with his stick. Like, Luke, man, like, just let him have that shit, bro. But eventually, Yoda's like, "Hey, come to my crib and have some dinner, then I'll take you to go see Yoda afterwards."
So they get to the crib and everything, and then he hears him talking to Obi. Right?
Well, at first, they're in there eating, and, Yoda's in there just chopping it up with him all goofy and shit. And Luke kind of gets frustrated at that point. He's like, "Motherfucker, why are we here? Why are we not going to find Yoda, man? I'm not hungry. I want this shit. Just take me to Yoda, motherfucker."
Oh, and he's like, he's not ready. Like, you're not ready. I can't train you.
The real Yoda pops out. He just takes a deep breath, and he's like, "Man, this motherfucker ain't ready, bro." He's impatient. He's full of anger. He ain't ready. And that's when Obi-Wan's like, "Yo, I was like that too, bro. Remember? He can be fixed." So Luke was like, What the fuck just happened?" Like,
heard the voice.
Yeah.
And goes back and forth with him, and he's basically saying, like, I was the same way. Just give him a chance. Like, let him learn. And then that's when Skywalker's like, "I'm ready. I'm here.
Like,
shit,
nah,
I
fuck
came
that
here.
bullshit. I'm ready now. I'm here, man.
Fucking here. Damn, I came. What more do you want?"
Yeah.
So training ensues.
Not quite yet.
Oh, not yet?
Well, before we even get in anything, okay, what's your thing with Yoda while we right here?
I feel like, I don't know, so much on a metaphysical
Oh, hell, I didn't expect that.
level. Like, because I'm one of those guys who, I do believe in energy, and I do believe, everything is, even when we die, our energy is transferred, So I just think it's kind of neat and kind of cool, he's the Force, he uses energy.
The Force surrounds us.
Yes, the Force, when he was doing that whole spiel.
Speech,
he piqued my interest right there, that was a good moment. Not much.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something bad. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Hey, no. That's cool then.
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
I was ready to, defend some shit.
Nope. Yoda's cool in my eyes.
Okay.
Master Sensei.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, that happens. I guess they cut back to Vader on the Star Destroyer, and they're like, "Hey, we got a call for the Emperor. He wants to holler at you." So he's like, "Oh, shit. Get us the fuck out this asteroid belt so we can get a clear signal." And so the Emperor talks to him. I have to tell you now, we watched the special edition. Out of the 3 original movies, this is the movie with like the least shit added in. Like, this is the closest to the original of all 3 movies. But the one biggest thing that I always notice in this flick is that the Emperor hologram is different. They took the Emperor costuming, and I think it was actually the same actor in all the movies, but they took the new guy and added him into this. So the original Emperor in the hologram looked real fucking weird. Like, I remember I don't know, it looked like he was an alien or something. Whereas in this one, he just looks like a shriveled up ass man or something.
He looks like a Yoda, just different.
Yeah, like something like that, yeah. But that's like a big change in this movie. But another big change that you won't know anything about is that they changed Boba Fett's voice, which I don't like.
What? Who?
Exactly. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
But the Emperor tells Vader that Luke is the new enemy. He's the son of Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker. And if he gets, Jedi training, he'll be powerful. So we need to get rid of his ass. But then Vader's like, "Yo, why don't we just, have him come fuck with us?
Right.
Bring him over to our side.
Yeah. Make him an ally."
Emperor's like, yeah, homie, that sounds good. Yo, go get his ass. Bring him over here to me. He's like, "All right, cool. I got you, son." So then you cut back. The asteroid field. The TIE fighters and TIE bombers are out there dropping bombs trying to find Millennium Falcon. Remember that at all?
And then they're in there.
And Princess Leia sitting in the cockpit. And this is what you were about to say earlier. You want to go ahead?
What are they called?
Minox.
A Minox, I guess, hits the ship or something, and
it starts suctioning itself onto the ship or something.
Yeah, and then she gets scared, goes and finds Han, and so he's like, basically, fuck it, let's go out there and see what it is, and it winds up being a Minox, and then
he kills it.
Yeah, he kills it, shoots it, and then
a couple more come.
Yeah,
so they start blasting.
Yeah, and then as he starts shooting, like he'll shoot down and like miss one intentionally, and he finds out like there's a disturbance or something, like something's not right.
They were shooting around and the shit started moving.
Yeah,
so he was like, wait a minute. He shot down at the ground and it started moving like a lot. So that's he's like, oh, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
We are not on the asteroid. Yeah.
It's time to go.
Yeah, and it wound up being some worm of some sort.
That I don't got a name for.
Okay.
So it's just a space worm.
Okay.
I'm sure in the EU, somebody gave Extended Universe, if you don't know. Somebody gave it a name. I don't know it.
Okay.
So get off my back. So,
Yeah,
so they're flying out, but then as you see, as they get closer to the exit, his teeth coming down. This motherfucker's trying to close his mouth. They fly through a little crack in the teeth, but it pops up and almost gets their ass. But they escape though.
Mm-hmm. Don't remember after that.
Well, after that, they just cut to Luke Skywalker training with Yoda a little bit, and him flipping around, hanging off vines, doing some Tarzan shit out in the Dagobah jungle. Or something.
And then him on his hands.
Hands
stacking the rocks.
Well, that's actually later.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The thing I was about to say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was flipping the shit, but then this is where he goes into that little cavern or cave, and he actually sees Darth Vader. Yoda told him when you go in there, you gonna see something like scary shit, basically. And he goes in there and sees Darth Vader, and they had like a little fight, and he cuts Darth Vader's head off.
Yeah, but it was him.
Yeah, the helmet came off, and the fucking front face panel exploded, and it showed Luke Skywalker's face under there. You know what that meant, right? Basically telling him if he gives into his anger and shit, then that's going to be him. Yeah,
that's you. Oh.
There's your, your thoughtful shit.
I was about to say, brain blast moment right there. Okay. Pretty wise right there.
There you go.
Okay.
Because that's one of the Jedi things. It's like, hey, what is it? Like, hate, anger, and something else lead to the dark side of the Force. I can't remember what the other thing is.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That's why he told him use his anger to defeat me?
Yeah, that's right. He's trying to get him to do that shit.
I see.
You'll see more of that in the next movie.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. There's 8 of them.
Oh.
9 of them if you count that shitty ass fucking Clone Wars movie. I don't even want to watch that though. So you might get lucky on that one.
Fuck it.
But then the scene after this is where they cut to Darth Vader. He wants to find Han Solo and them, so he done got to the point he's hiring bounty hunters.
See, that's the okay.
Oh.
Okay. Tangent. Mm-hmm. It's not okay. Honestly, this movie wasn't as bad as before. It's just all the like you just cut like 3 different scenes in a matter of like a minute, and it's like for somebody who's not used to it, it's hard to fucking follow. Like it's like,
is it?
For some, like when something's going on, like you're trying to follow what's going on.
Yeah, it's like 3 different things happening at once.
Yeah, and it's all mashed up in one, so everything can come cohesively together at the end. But it's like just switching back and forth kind of fucks me up at times.
Okay, I gotta ask you then, because since me and you're a big fan of Tarantino, I gotta ask you, how can you follow like Pulp Fiction and shit where the things ain't even in chronological order and have no problem, but then this bothers you?
I guess because it's just killing. I don't know. I don't know. Quentin
Tarantino's full of foul language and violence.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Either way it goes, I'll see how it leads up to. So you think if you were more invested
into the movie, it wouldn't bother you?
Yeah, it wouldn't be as, but because it's like, I guess.
Because that's never been a problem I've had with this movie. Yeah. That's why I didn't expect it.
To me, this is portrayed as a story. Like, it's like Star Wars is a story.
Right.
Pulp
Fiction's a story.
Yeah, but those are independent movies. This is a fucking saga, all with the same background premise, all of that. So it's kind of, I don't know.
I think I get what you mean.
Okay.
He's hiring bounty hunters. And this is where you first see Boba Fett. And I know this is a thing. People are like, oh, Boba Fett doesn't do anything. He's barely in the movies and all that. You'll see the next movie why people get mad about how Boba Fett got out of that one. But I've always loved Boba Fett. I'm one of those people, I have to admit. Upstairs, okay, here's a story. When I was younger, I used to, I can't say I used to. I still like to read. But when I was younger, I did it a lot more as I had a lot of free time. Mm-hmm. And I used to go to the library. There's the library by my grandma's house, right?
Yeah.
I used to walk over there, and I used to get books all the time. But there was one fucking thing I used to always get was a Star Wars graphic novel called Boba Fett, Enemy of the Empire. I fucking love that book. Could never buy it though. Never saw it anywhere in the stores. And if I ever did see it, a lot of times I ain't had no money, so I couldn't get it.
Fuck it.
So I just rent it constantly from the library. And I could picture the whole entire comic in my head without having to actually look at it. That's how much I read that fucking comic book.
Wow.
I think that was why I like Boba Fett so much, because of that book. And one day somebody got the book out and they never turned the shit back in. So I couldn't fucking get it again forever. It seemed like. So until high school, at least, I found out that they started releasing omnibuses. You know what those are?
No.
Omnibuses, like big collected editions of comic books. Oh. Like all the stories in one thing or something.
Okay.
There's a Boba Fett omnibus. And I had to get that shit because that story was in there.
Of course.
And I still have it to this day upstairs. And I think it's even out of print now.
Damn.
So I got my shit all those fucking years later. I never forgot about that book. So the minute I saw it existed somewhere, I had to get it. But he doesn't get much screen time in this movie because, as you'll see with PJ, do you remember who that is?
No.
Exactly. I just want to say that I'm one of those people, though. And also because of the Shadows of the Empire video game, that's another big reason. But yeah, he's hiring bounty hunters to go find Han Solo. While this is happening, the fucking Millennium Falcon is still getting chased again now because they had to get out the asteroid belt or whatever. Lightspeed still ain't working, so
again.
3PO's like, look, our back shield is gone. If we take one more big hit to the back, we fucked. He says, okay, we got front shields, right? Yeah. Put all the shield power to the front. He turns the motherfucker around and starts going toward the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
And it cuts to the guys inside there like, yo, this motherfucker's coming at us, bro. Man, I think they end up just like going, like they swoop past him upwards. So then they're like, you know, turn the shit around or go get him. Like that one thing they did got him almost away just because they couldn't turn around quick enough.
Right.
Cut back to Dagobah. Luke Skywalker's training with Yoda still. This is the part with the rocks, I think.
Yes.
Is it the part with the rocks or is that later? I don't remember. But this is the part where the X-Wing is sinking. Yoda tells him, like, yo, you can get your ship out of there with the Force. Luke's like, yo, that shit too big. Like, man, look, just do this shit. Ain't no try, motherfucker. Do it. Do that.
You try. Yeah.
Try. He starts to get it out. Yoda gets hype. He's like, oh, shit, he's actually doing it. But then, of course, he fucks it up and it starts sinking again. And he, you know, runs off pouting like, man, I can't do it, man. It's some bullshit.
Well, your man starts
too
talking.
Big.
See, no, R2D2.
R2D2.
Yeah, it starts. Maybe if he would have shut the fuck up.
Oh, that's what you were talking
concentrated.
about. Yeah, why? When he started getting it up, R2 got hype. He was like, making all the noises and shit.
Yeah.
You think that's what threw him off?
That's what threw him off right there.
I just thought he was probably just too weak at the time or something.
Nah, maybe that. Nah, that's always a possibility.
I like your idea better, actually. Fuck you, R2. But this is actually when the big Force speech happened that you were talking about earlier, because he tells him all that, and then he's like, here, look. And he pulls his fucking X-Wing up like, motherfucker, look, I told you.
He said, I don't believe it. He said, that is why you fail.
Exactly.
Ha, ha, ha. Smart man.
So then, as you were complaining about, you cut back to the Millennium Falcon, and it's hanging on back of a Star Destroyer. Like, they're hiding out by just sticking themselves onto the back end of a Star Destroyer tower or something. And so they sitting there, and Leia's like, how the fuck are we gonna escape this? We're like literally on their fucking ship. And so he's like, when they dump their trash or whatever,
we'll go into hyperspeed.
We'll just float away, and that's what they end up doing. But the homie Boba Fett is right there. And
somebody follows him.
Yeah, Boba Fett does.
Oh, that's who you told. Oh,
that's
yes.
He already knew, so he just follows them to where they going.
Okay. And how did he know? Like how? What?
He's just a smart motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
So then, that's when they find out they need to go to Cloud City. So that's where they're headed to when they go off in the debris, and that's where Boba Fett follows them to.
Oh yeah, they were looking for a place where they could fix their thing, and somebody they knew. Yeah, and they wound up being, what's his name?
Lando Calrissian.
Lando.
But before we get there, now is the motherfucking rock port. Luke is training with the rocks, stacking rocks with the Force. Yoda, like, up on his back, he's doing a handstand too, I think. And he gets like a vision of like Han and Leia. He sees the future basically, and he sees Han and Leia.
Yoda's telling him, you're going to be able to see the future and the past and stuff. He gets a vision of Leia and Han needing his help. Yeah. And he's like, all right, well, I gotta go. You know, like, this is fun and all, but
I got to go save my friends.
Yeah. And he's like, no, you can't go. Like, you know, your training isn't complete yet. You're not a master yet. Like, there's still stuff I have to teach you. And then fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi pops up, doesn't he?
I think he pops up when he's actually about to get in the ship. Yoda just tells him like, look, if you go, what the fuck did he say? Like, they're going, basically he made it sound like they were going to die either way or some shit like that. Remember?
No.
Fuck. We basically he tells him something grimy, because Luke kind of goes like, oh. But then cut to them landing on Cloud City, Leia and Han and them. And at first, the people ain't trying to let them on there because they actually start shooting at their damn ship. But then eventually they're let down. And when they go down there, ain't nobody waiting on them. So Leia like, yo, I got a bad feeling about this. Something ain't right. But then Lando, the black man, comes out.
My brother.
And at first you think he gonna fuck Han Solo up because he goes up to him. He's like, yo, you got a lot of nerve to bring your ass back around here. And then he starts walking up on him. I think he kind of like shoves him or something. Yeah, he like jumps at him or something. Like, motherfucker, what's good? And then they end up hugging and everything.
So it goes back. The whole crew is invited. We're now in Cloud City.
You gotta say
they get to. They start walking as soon as they get there, they start walking around. He gives them the tour and stuff.
I was gonna say your boy tried to put in the moves on Princess Leia immediately.
Yes.
No time wasted on sight. Because the minute I think Chewbacca or somebody was standing in front of her, the minute they sidestepped, Lando gave a look. He's like, well, what have we here? The smoothness.
Right? You're beautiful.
Yeah. He's like, it's a place for you here on Cloud City, girl.
My man.
And it rhymes with the said room. Hey. That was corny, man. That shit.
Wait, where we at? Sorry, you got me. Yeah,
you
my
good.
man was smooth.
After that, they go on a little tour. Lando's taking them around, showing them everything. And C-3PO, dumbass, here's like an R2 unit somewhere. And he's like, hey, that sounds like an R2 unit. And he goes into the room. And then me and Pete busted out laughing because he walks in there and they're like, hey, who are you? He puts his hands up. And he's like, hey, I'm doing this or whatever. And they shoot him. And that motherfucker just explodes.
Right.
Motherfucker, like, decapitation and everything. I was like, damn, I don't remember that.
That was funny. That was
Got his ass murked.
I did laugh.
I bet you did because you seem like you ain't like C-3PO that much anyway. Okay, but after that, there was a scene where you talking about with Obi-Wan. They show Luke getting on to the X-Wing and everything. He's about to get ready to leave.
Yeah.
And Yoda's telling him, like, you should stay here and finish your training and shit. Obi-Wan comes up and is like, yeah, you ain't ready. If you go out there, you're going to have to fight Darth Vader and he might fuck your ass up, bro. He's like, I got to go help my friends, though. I ain't about to let them just die, man.
Right, and then they eventually, since he kept saying, I'm going there, basically told him, don't let the anger get the best of you. Always keep a cool, calm head, all that good shit.
If you going to go, man, just be careful, man.
Yeah, at least. And he said, all right, I'll be back. I promise, Then he took off. And
then they cut back to Bespin or Cloud City. Leia is pacing around in the little room, and Han is just asking her like, "Yo, what's good? You alright?" And she's just like, "I got a bad feeling about all this. Lando and this whole place, something just seemed weird about it." And then you cut to Chewbacca. Finds C-3PO in the junk pile, so he goes and gets him and brings him back in there, and they're like, yo, what the fuck happened to this motherfucker? So after all that, Lando comes back in there, chopping it up a little bit, and he's like, hey, come on, walk with me. And so they're walking around.
He offered old girl to go to dinner, yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
they're
he
about
offered
to go
Leia to go, and he said, well, everybody's invited.
Yeah, there you go.
And then they wound up walking down the hallway, and then, boom, there goes Darth Vader.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, and he said basically he had no choice, because they arrived the day before...
They got their day before they did.
Yeah, so that's...
It's Boba Fett saw them.
Yeah, he said, I'm sorry. And he was like, I am too. Like,
Yeah, because before that, though, my boy Han, with the quickness on sight, pulled the chopper out and tried to blast Darth Vader's ass. He used the force to deflect that shit. But he was like, no, on sight, motherfucker, pop, pop, pop. On some hood shit.
Right. Yeah.
So they're captured. Cut. They're like in a little detention room. Chewbacca's trying to fix up C-3PO. They got Han Solo trapped up to like this little torture device. They're lowering him onto something, going forward. And it's like, I think it's electrocuting him or something. Because it's like sparks shooting out. Then you cut to outside the room and, got Lando out there, feeling all dirty because he just got his boy all jacked up. And Han Solo's in the back just screaming like, they're killing that mother. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Lando, tried to, talk Vader out of all this shit. He's like, yo, man, just, have Leia and Chewie stay here. Y'all can have Han, but just don't kill none of them. And then, Han Vader, I forget exactly what it is, but he starts changing.
Switched up the plans, yeah.
This deal gets worse all the time.
Yeah. Isn't that when the plan got changed to bring him to the chamber so that way they could see if it worked for Luke Skywalker?
Nah, that's later. They haven't got to the chamber yet.
Oh, well, I'm still lost.
And after that, they throw Han Solo back into the little, the jail cell or whatever you call it. And Leia comes in there and she's, comes over, talks to Han. And then Lando comes in and tells him, like, look, they don't even want y'all. They just want this motherfucker named Luke. So if y'all just cooperate, y'all might be able to help y'all. Y'all two can stay here. Han gonna have to go to see Jabba the Hutt, but y'all motherfuckers will stay alive. But then, of course, Han Solo said something like, yeah, you a hero, motherfucker. And he still was on Lando. But then I think somebody fucked Han up, though. So then he gets back on the ground again.
Yeah. Oh, and then he said, I've done all I can do, right?
Yeah.
And then
there's nothing else I can do or something like
that. Yeah.
And that's when you cut to the carbonite chamber. Darth Vader's in there getting all that shit set up. Because his plan is to lure Luke Skywalker into that room, knock him into that little pit where the carbonite is, and freeze his ass so he could just take him to the Emperor.
What's the name of this?
What's the name of what?
The Empire
Strikes Back.
So Darth Vader is working for old boy.
Darth Vader is like the Empire, pretty much. Him and the Emperor are the Empire.
The Emperor is the one in the hologram.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't see him until the next movie.
Okay. Is he above him, or are they like...
The Emperor is the dude. Darth Vader is right under him.
Okay.
Darth Vader is like his apprentice.
Okay.
All that shit you'll find out more if we get to the prequels. That's when all that shit's explained.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, sir. So Luke is now at Cloud City. He's there. And as he's getting inside there, they're taking Han and everybody into that carbonite chamber. And that's where you was talking about. They changed the plan up. Somebody was like, hey, how do we know this ain't going to kill Luke Skywalker? And they're like, yo, we'll just, throw Han Solo in there just to test it first. So if he died, then we'll know. But then, of course, Lando's like, yo, you ain't say you was going to do all that shit. He's like, yo, I'm changing the plan. Pray I don't alter that shit again, motherfucker. And then Boba Fett, too, was like, yo, man, you can't just, that's my bounty. You can't kill that motherfucker. So Darth Vader's like, man, shut up. I'll give you your damn money if he dies. It's all
Either
good.
way, yeah.
Either way, you going to get some money, man. Fuck off. So, they're going to throw him in there. And this is where you was talking about with C-3PO and Chewbacca and everybody making all that damn noise you was complaining about.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that scene a little bit?
He basically got froze.
That's the simple version.
Yeah, he got froze. Everybody's crying. Chewbacca's in the back.
But you missing the important part of that whole scene.
Don't tell me.
The whole movie.
Yeah.
Leia and Han have been flirting kind of hard. What happens in this scene, P? Come on. Come on.
Oh, he says
I
she says I love you, and he says I know.
Pimpin'. And they do their kiss and everything.
Yeah.
He gets put in the carbonite, like as the Chewbacca starts screaming, Leia's crying, Darth Vader just probably under his helmet going, yes, son, that shit working.
Yes. Yeah.
So basically, and just, everybody knows, but we'll just explain it anyway. Basically, put him in carbonite. It's like putting him in a big ass, like, brick or big block. So he's just chambered in that shit. His whole entire body. It's like his face and his fingertips. Yeah, his face and his fingertips are sticking out, but he's like hibernating inside this big ass, like, chocolate bar looking thing. And there's actually chocolate bars you could buy with that design on them, with like the fingertips and everything, like, on like that.
Really?
I'm dead ass serious. Basically anything Star Wars related you can think of, they have fucking merchandise somehow.
I would think of something that they don't. But until that time comes.
Go, throw it out there.
I can't.
Why?
I can't. Because I don't... Baseball bat.
Star Wars baseball bat. You know what? I'm pretty sure there probably is baseball bats like with the Star Wars logos and shit on there. That's not what I thought you was going to go for.
But underwear?
I thought you was going to go for something crazy like, oh no, Han Solo dildo or some shit like that.
That was actually my second or third.
Okay.
See?
There is Star Trek like porno parody joints and everything. Or Star Wars, I mean. I'm dead ass serious.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. There's a whole industry of that shit where they just do porno parodies of everything. Like there's Star Wars, there's Family Guy, there's the Flintstones, there's Star Trek.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a little late.
Don't ask me how I know that. We'll just continue. So, he's frozen, and he survives the process. They check his stats, and they're like, yeah, he's surviving. So he's like, all right, cool. Boba Fett, take his ass to Jabba. You reset that shit for Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he tells the people, when Luke Skywalker's here, he said, make sure his ass gets led into this room.
Yeah. Then he walked out.
Yeah, he went to go, get ready. So they cut Luke Skywalker, he's sneaking around, and he actually sees Leia and them getting, like, taken wherever. And that little shootout happens, but then they end up getting away. But Leia's screaming,
yeah, it's a trap.
That's a trap. And then she getting pulled away, but she like one more time, she's like, it's a trap.
Yeah.
So he kind of has a look on his face like, oh shit. But he goes anyway.
Yeah, right.
Then Luke he takes the elevator into the carbonite chamber.
Yeah. And there goes Darth Vader, right?
Yep, they had their little face-off, the iconic little scene where, they're standing in the cloudiness with all the blue light around and they got the lightsabers out.
Yeah, I've seen that. I was like, oh, this is where they got it from.
Yes, sir. That's like iconic now.
Okay.
But as that's going on, Lando and them, like I said, are getting taken away. He had like a little watch or something. He pushes some buttons and he wakes up his homeboy, the dude with like the little headphone, little ears and shit. I can't remember his name right now. It's like Lebo or some shit like that. Don't ask me how I know that name. I don't even know if that's right. But yeah, so he wakes him up, and so he has a plan going now at the same time. And you know what? We'll just do it like this. We won't keep, like how you said, the movie keeps cutting back to Luke and them, then Han, and just to Lando and them, then Luke and them. We're just gonna get Leia and them out the way right now.
Okay.
We're gonna go out of order just a tad bit, just so we can get to like the fight scene and shit. Yeah. So Lando sets up that trap, and eventually they go around the corner, and Lando's boys pop out, and they put the guns on the stormtroopers and get everybody free. And Lando says, "Take these motherfuckers, lock them up somewhere." And so he's telling everybody like, "Yo, I got a plan. We gonna do this. We gonna do that." And the second Chewbacca gets the motherfucking handcuffs off, man,
Deals on that nigga.
the minute Chewbacca's cuffs get taken off, he chokes the shit out that motherfucker.
Chokes on him.
To the point where he can't even barely get no words out.
My man.
So he's trying to tell him, he's like, he's dying. He's getting choked out, but he's like, there's still a chance to save Han. And
you know what? I'm sorry, Chewbacca. You get some cool points for that one, because that was
you choked that black guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but he was selling out, so it's all good. But yeah. And did you notice that Lando's the only person that says like Han instead of Han? He says Han.
No,
yeah.
not. No,
There's still a chance to save Han. I know that annoys some people. That's why I brought it up.
No, I didn't notice that.
So, but yeah, he kind of Leia's like, yo, let loose the grip a little bit. See what the fuck he talking about. And he tells them, we got to do all this shit they gonna do. So they're like, all right, they team up. So they're going around, shooting stormtroopers, trying to get doors open. Doors ain't opening. They go to another door. They open it. Go out to the Millennium Falcon. Well, actually, no, they're trying to get to Han Solo. So they go to the slave. Boba Fett's ship is called the Slave One.
Okay.
I just want to, because I almost said the name of the ship. You probably been like, what?
Okay.
So they go out there, they're trying to get that, but the Slave One takes off right as they get outside. So they're like, fuck. Well, let's just go to the Millennium Falcon then. So they fight their way around there. They get in the Millennium Falcon, and they take off. Now, that was intercut with the Vader fight, but since we got that out the way, now we just talk about Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker.
Okay. When they were in the room?
Yeah, when they were fighting in that carbonite chamber.
Something happens.
Damn. Well, basically, the fight scene happens. Darth Vader's talking shit to him, trying to, like you said before, like trying to, feed into your anger. That's the only way you gonna beat me. He's trying to talk him into, flipping. And Darth Vader at one point gets him like knocked on the ground, knocks his lightsaber out his hand. Luke Skywalker, fucking does a tumble down some steps to get back to it, and your boy Darth Vader just kind of does this little graceful little jump, like out the air and shit. And they start fighting again. I think Darth Vader kicks him into the carbonite pit.
He hops out that shit.
Yeah, but because Darth Vader's like, all too easier, and he flips a little switch with the Force, and the steam comes up. But then fucking Luke Skywalker does a Spider-Man leap out that joint, and your boy Darth Vader was like, impressive, most impressive. Yeah, I know some of those lines, baby. So, the fight continues. He ends up kicking Darth Vader down. So then Luke goes down there, is trying to find him, but he can't find him. He's walking around. And then fucking Darth Vader comes from around the corner, and he starts using the Force to pull shit off the wall and starts flinging stuff at Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I remember that.
And eventually, something he throws breaks through a window, and a bunch of air is getting pulled in.
Yeah.
And Luke Skywalker gets sucked through.
With the vacuum, yeah.
And so they're on like this other little platform now. And he's trying to, walking around trying to find Darth Vader. He comes out. And they have, some more fight shit happens. And eventually, Darth Vader gets the upper hand on Luke Skywalker because he cuts his fucking hand off.
Yeah.
And that's when probably the most iconic scene of this whole entire movie happens. Where, they're talking, you come to the dark side of the Force. We powerful. We can get you going good, son. Just come fuck with us. And, Obi-Wan never told you shit. And he's like, Obi-Wan told me enough. He told me you killed my father. And then it's like, no, motherfucker. I am your father.
I am your father.
Yeah, everybody knows that line. I tried to trick PJ into telling me that wasn't in this movie, so it was shocking. I don't think it shocked him very much.
I don't think it... No, it didn't.
There's a Justine over on Superiority Complex. She wanted me to get a quick film clip of you when that scene happened, and it was very underwhelming.
Yeah.
Anything to say about this whole scene? You've been kind of quiet there, bro.
I don't know. I not to say I don't get what makes it so iconic, but
well, at the time, you got to remember, this is like in pop culture now. This is not a surprise to any fucking body. This is one of those movie surprises that is like forever ruined, forever, like ever.
Nah.
Like growing up as kids, cartoons, make use that shit, make fun of it. Movies do it, everybody kind of pokes fun of it. So it's like it's not a surprise at all no more.
Yeah.
You know nothing about Star Wars, motherfucker, and you knew that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's forever ruined. But at the time, when I was a kid and I saw this, I didn't know none of that shit. So I was like, oh, that's probably why it has no real effect on you anyway, because it's like ruined. Like, yeah, you knew this shit already. Maybe back then you'd be like, oh,
that's your.
There is one more secret though, and you might not. You probably don't know this one because it's not as out there as much. There was a hint in this movie, and you kind of made a face when Yoda said it, because when Obi-Wan was like, that boy's our last chance, and Yoda was like, nah, there is one more. There's another. Yeah. And you kind of made. So you don't know that at all, right?
That's Luke.
Okay, you don't know what that means. Good. I'm not telling you. So you'll find out not next week. Whenever you pick Return of the Jedi out the bag.
Okay.
So there is one more secret that you don't know about. Now, see, that'll tell me if you hear that and it doesn't affect you that much, then it's like, okay, PJ just doesn't give a fuck. It's not going to do anything for him.
It's another popular line?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not that. That's why you might be good on that one. So yeah.
Okay.
What else? So yeah, he cuts his hand off, and then he's like, join me together. We can rule the galaxy. I think he even says like, look, we can fucking kill the Emperor, and me and you can run shit. Like, if you just come fuck with me, father and son, we can take over the galaxy. And then, Luke Vader. Luke Skywalker basically is like, nah, son. He throws.
Doesn't he jump?
Yeah, he just falls backward and throws himself off the platform. And Darth Vader, they kind of just cut him going like, well, shit.
Yeah, right. And he walks out. Like, yeah.
And I have to say too, there's multiple every version of this movie has shit tweaked in it. But I swear I saw the Blu-ray at somebody's house and they added in when he fell down that hole. They added him going, ah! like screaming. I'm like, why the fuck would they have him screaming? And like he got pushed off, he dumped off. Like, I don't know. That was dumb. I'm glad my version doesn't have that shit. But yeah, he falls down there, starts sliding through a tunnel, and then he just stops and he's sitting there like, where the fuck am I? Where do I go? But then a hole opens up under him, and he basically like falls down into like an antenna or some shit, I guess.
Yeah, on the underside of the thing. Yeah.
And he's at the bottom of Cloud City, so if this antenna breaks or he loses his grip, he's super fucked.
And then he cries to Leia, right?
Yeah,
like, hear me or
he's
some
using the
shit.
Force to call to Leia. He's like, hear me. You know, and then she's hearing it.
Mm-hmm. And then she says we gotta turn around.
Yeah. So they fly back to go get his ass.
Then they pull up on him. They make it back. They pull up on him, and he gets onto the Falcon, right?
Yeah, they open up the top hatch, and they go in there and grab him and pull him in.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, we gotta get the fuck out of here because Vader and them are, they're going to be coming. And they try and turn on the hyperdrive, and it's still not working. And so Lando's like, yo, I thought they was gonna fix this shit. Yo, it ain't my fault, man. Because everybody looking at him like, damn, bro, I thought your people was gonna fix this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then you find out R2, I guess, finds out that it's working. The Empire had them switch the shit off, so just flip the fucking switch. And when they turn it on, they just go shoot off into hyperspace. And that's when the scene me and you was laughing at, because Vader's back in the Star Destroyer, and he kind of,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
because they had started chasing him in space, but the hyperdrive wasn't working. So Vader and them was like, yo, the tractor beam is about ready, we about to get their ass. And then they turn on the hyperdrive just in time, and they zoom out. And so Darth Vader is looking out his window, and he's kind of like looking, and then he turns his head, and he kind of does a double take, because like kind of looking like, damn, for real, like really though, like y'all really can't get these motherfuckers, like how do they keep escaping like that?
Right.
Thought we turn they shit off.
Oh boy, I swear he's gonna die. He gotta die the next one because he didn't fucked up.
I think because everybody thought they was about to die in that motherfucker, because everybody, when that happened, everybody just kind of looked up from their little desk or something. They was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because Darth Vader starts walking out of the room, and so everybody is like terrified. They're shook. They're like, oh. But he doesn't kill anybody though.
Yeah.
I guess he kind of just done with this shit for the day. Like, man, look, it's been a long ass day. Shit just ain't going right. Fuck it. I'm about to go lay down.
Yeah, that was funny. That was.
Yeah, he did the little double take. I was rolling. They meet back up with a rebel fleet. Lando and Chewbacca tell them, they're gonna take the Falcon, go to Tatooine, and go find Jabba the Hutt, get Han Solo back. So they fly off, and then you just cut back to Luke Skywalker, Leia, C-3PO, and R2-D2 just looking out the window. Luke is all beat up, so he's trying to recover and everything. Yeah. And the movie ends with them just kind of looking out the window, just like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
They kind of like, honestly, they kind of got their ass beat in this movie.
Yes.
Like
yes,
the Empire struck the fuck back.
We are here to stay. Yeah.
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 That's it. That's Empire Strikes Back, P.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Now, everybody's waiting to hear what you got to say about this movie. So I'm gonna make it wait a little bit longer. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Y'all heard in the last Star Wars review, I'm a Star Wars fan. I was running around in circles in people's yard embarrassing myself. I took a Star Wars picture book to school, for my school picture day. There's other Star Wars stories. You know what? Don't want to tell this story on air because you already told one bad story about me. Do I want to tell one about myself?
Oh, shit.
Okay. Preface this by saying I was 15.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even a teenager yet, so I wasn't really, this 15? Was I was 15, I think, at the time.
I think that's a teenager.
Oh, shut up. You know what I meant. I'm talking too fast. Okay, I didn't even notice that. Whatever, my bad. But yeah, I'm 15 years old. I think at the time. What the fuck? Where was I at? I was at somebody's house. I was at, I think in my dad's neighborhood, somebody's neighborhood. I was at somebody's fucking house. And I was sitting there. This is before my, girl period really clicked in, where I was just trying to be that dude and just smooth talking to all the ladies and shit. This is before that slightly. Right on before that started.
Mm-hmm.
No, it had to be, it's not 15 then, because 15 out. Okay, I remember the night. Okay, so it had to be 13 then, okay. I was at somebody's house, and basically almost the same scenario as the one you talked about, where we were all over there chilling with different girls and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a girl for me that time doing shit that young teenagers do, hugging, kissing on each other, not fucking or nothing, but
I'm trying to get the feel.
Yeah, just kind of, grabbing a titty or something, maybe touching the poo-poo or something like that, smacking ass. The girlie I was with made the early Brent mistake of turning on the TV. Guess what movie was playing?
Star Wars.
More so than that, The Empire Strikes Back was playing.
Oh, shit.
This is before my girl crazy period. I started watching that movie. That girl all the attention was gone from that girl.
Oh, shit.
I passed up on some potential booty grabbing, titty licking, all that to watch The Empire Strikes Back. That's how deep it was for me.
Dedication.
I was waiting for it. Like, so yeah, there was a period in young Brent's life, pre-old school days. Yeah.
That's what, like, move, bitch. Damn, don't you see this shit on? Damn.
Pretty much. Not actually doing it, but pretty much hit her with the Dave Chappelle, like put your whole hand in the girl face and push her away, like in the club scene.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty much what happened, and she was pissed.
Oh my gosh.
Cause she came over there to holler at me, like I guess she liked me at the time.
Oh damn.
And so she was like, I guess she wanted that to happen. She talked to my friend and had that shit happen. And so come to find out that I'm fucking with Star Wars right now, holler back at me, son.
Like you still here, enjoy this shit with me, damn.
Exactly, enjoy this shit, girl.
Damn.
Oh yeah, so that's my story for The Empire Strikes Back. But to get back to the review and shit though, I love this movie as you just found out. I have a lot of memories with this movie, as you just found out. And if you watch our videos every Wednesday, I don't know if it's always in the shot, but if you see me and PJ, we sitting on the couch over our heads is a fucking wooden Empire Strikes Back poster. I don't have Star Wars, I don't have Return of the Jedi, I have an Empire Strikes Back poster. Yes. So that tell you something.
Yes.
Now, this is tough because I love this movie, but I'm not 100% sure I like it 10 level. I'm not.
Oh.
And when I was younger, it would have definitely been a 10, no question. But as I'm older now, some scenes and shit tend to drag slightly, not much, but just slightly. It's mainly the shit on Dagobah that just drags ever so slightly. I'm just ready to get to the action and shit and all the training. Watching it this time, like when I watched this movie a few years ago, I think it's been a while since I watched it. Like then I got kind of bored, but I'm like, just get to fucking Cloud City. This time it wasn't as bad. It didn't bother me as much. But we don't give out half scores. I can't give 9.5. I can't give 8.5. It's got to be a solid number.
Yes.
And since I was gonna go, I would say 9.5 if we did that. But I can't quite say 10. And like if I can't just say 10 like with Reanimator flat out, like I'm not gonna give it a 10. So I'm gonna go ahead and do like with the original Star Wars. I'm gonna give it a 9. But I will say that I like this one way more than the original Star Wars. So 9 again for me.
Okay.
Now, sir, moment of truth for you. And you got the people are out there right now. I'm looking out the window. They got pitchforks and shit.
Waiting.
They got the choppers and everything.
Okay.
They waiting to hear what you got to say, P.
Okay.
So go on and let them know.
Look, this is for damn sure better than the first one.
I see. I knew it would be. I knew for certain that if you didn't like this movie, I knew you would at least like it better than the first one.
Yes. Like I could, not to say I could follow it better, but I guess it was more upbeat or something about it. I just liked it better.
It had a lot more action, I think.
That might be what it is. Yeah, I
noticed you laughed a lot more in this one.
Yeah, at the witty comments and shit. Like it was, it wasn't bad. It really wasn't. Like I said, I feel like, I don't know, just the hopping around, from this to this, like you'll be on the planet with Yoda for like 2 minutes and then you're back to the wormhole and shit. Like it's like that just kind of, I don't know, I guess so, the fluidity of it.
Instead of cutting so much, if it was like the whole asteroid scene just played out all the way through,
boom, that happened. We're there.
Okay.
Yes.
So you would like that better than instead of just constantly cutting back and forth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You just have an editing problem with this, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Like that's my only problem for real with this.
Really?
Yeah, it gets 2 thumbs up and.
Okay, and I will have to say this for Liz because she'll go nuts. Are you giving it 2 thumbs up because you like the movie, or are you giving it 2 thumbs up for the fucking production again? Okay, I got a question overall about this because I don't usually do thumbs. I do a score. What do the thumbs up mean to you, PJ? Tell the people, please.
To me, a thumbs up, it's my takeaway from it, how I feel about it, the production overall. Did it keep me intrigued at least, like a little bit? That's why sometimes when some gets like a 1 thumb, like, you just get it was a meh. But, if you get 2 thumbs up, like, you at least did your job as far as a movie and presented it in a way. Huh? Yes, okay. It's good filmmaking. Like, it's not, I have no quorums, if that's the word. Quarrel. Yeah. With the filmmaker and how it was presented. So
so you giving, how many thumbs up are you giving it?
It gets 2.
Okay.
It gets 2.
All right, well then, go on and let them know, P.
Okay, my score.
I'll say last time you gave it the original Star Wars a 5, but I got you to bump it up to a 6. So 6 is what you gave it last time.
A 6?
Yeah.
See, I can't go higher than a 7 because it wasn't an 8.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm just letting you know what you gave it last time.
I wish I would have gave it a 5 because it was. If I would have given, I give this a 7.
Okay.
Because it wasn't an 8. It just still didn't tickle my fancy, but it is definitely average, But I wish I would have gave this original Star Wars a 5 now.
Kept a 5.
Yeah, because I feel like it's definitely 2 notches, in my opinion, above that first Star Wars. Because I literally can't. I'll be able to remember remember some shit in this. Like, I feel like I remembered a lot of shit. I mean,
now just from the review, if they're listening to it, this shit flowed way better than the first one. The first one, you didn't remember shit.
Yeah, and I still don't. But this one, I actually, like, I could kind of catch the storyline, you know? Like, I was there. It intrigued me.
Yeah.
So, you know, it gets a 7, but it's 2 notches above the first Star Wars for damn sure. That one just all around X's. But this one, yeah, would I watch it again? Probably not. But, you know, it was decent, you know? I could see why this is kind of like, you know, one of those classics, especially for the time it was put out. It was, you know, I appreciate it in all of its efforts and things that it has done for the culture.
There you
say
go.
that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not. I mean, I don't think you're gonna get burned up this time, P. I think they got your ass last time. I think you still saying that the original Star Wars is like terrible though. Might get you some, you know, some hate.
I can't help it.
I mean, you like what you like, you hate what you hate. It's all good. There's some movies that people think I should like that I hate too. So I mean, hey. They're going to find out soon about some of those. So there it is. I give it a 9. You gave it a 7.
Yes.
And I told you, didn't I? I wasn't joking. I knew you was going to like this one better.
Yeah, definitely.
The question now. Mm-hmm. And I think this is where you're going to fuck the game up.
Oh, shit.
People love the original movie. People really love this movie. People don't like the third one as much as the other two. This is the third one. The next one coming up is the one that's kind of like looked upon as like the weaker of the 3.
It's the controversy of
yes.
It. Okay.
And it's mainly because of like certain kiddie-fied type shit in the movie. But we're talking to the man here that loves Disney shit. Mm-hmm. So I think my prediction, I was right with this prediction that you was gonna like this better. My prediction for the next time we do this, whenever you pick Return of the Jedi out the bag, I personally think that you, PJ, are going to like Return of the Jedi the most out of all 3 of them. Strong prediction here.
Okay.
Because I don't know anybody that likes that one the most.
Okay.
I know everybody that likes that one the least.
See?
Most people like this one, The Empire Strikes Back, the most, like I do.
I would be the anomaly, like.
The real thing I'm betting on here is that if we ever watch the prequels, I bet money you're gonna like all 3 of the prequels more than all 3 of these, because you seem like you be that motherfucker to do that.
Like, see, I don't even. I just gotta find out. I gotta find out as time progresses.
Yeah, eventually he'll pick the rest out the bag. I gotta actually get the prequels. I don't own those. I own one of them. I don't own episode 1 and 2, but I got 3. So I actually like 3.
I genuinely like. It was a 7 to me, like, you know.
I mean, hey, that's cool. Shit.
It was.
The other one a fucking 5 almost. I mean.
Yeah, right.
7 is way better. I don't know if you still would go. Hey, I think if anything, I'm guessing your score the next. It'll still be a 7, but I think you'll like that one slightly more. I don't know if it'll hit 8 for you, because honestly,
it won't break the mark. But
because some shit from in that movie retreads some of the shit from the original movie that you didn't like.
Oh,
so
shit.
maybe.
See, I'm gonna have to remember it. That's the.
Oh, you believe me, it's gonna be easy to remember.
So let me. Is it something new in every movie?
What do you mean by new? What do you mean exactly?
Like the planets, the animals.
No, the third movie. Yes, there's There's one new planet, but there's one that you go back to in the beginning. They said it at the end of this movie. They're going back to Tatooine, so that's where the third movie starts out back there.
Okay.
Nah, because that's where Jabba the Hutt is at. I can tell you that because they said it in this movie.
Yeah. Okay.
But then, you go to this other planet with the little kitty shit going on.
What's the movie? I seen a bit of a Star Wars movie where he's in the, it's a little boy and he's in the little things and they're racing on.
Pod racing, that's episode 1.
What is that?
Star Wars episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
I mean, is that the one after? That's not the one after this?
No. The one that you're talking about is technically the first in the Star Wars saga. If you look at it now by the numbers. The one that we watched last time, the one just Star Wars, that's episode 4 now. That's the original movie. But they went back and made the prequel, so now the one that you're talking about is the first movie. George Lucas wants you to watch these in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We didn't do that because I want you to see the original trilogy first, like I did, before you watch those, because most people don't like those.
I would probably be the one to like that.
That's what I'm saying.
You just said that, because that one with the cat, like I remember that one. It was still weird as shit.
That's that part in the last fight are the only 2 scenes in that movie I remember liking. Last time I looked at it. That video game though is the shit on Nintendo 64. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer is hype. I got it over there in the box. That shit is fun as hell. That was the only good thing I remember coming out of that. Like when I was a kid, I liked those movies, but looking back, the only real good thing that came out of Episode 1 was the fucking video games anyway.
Yeah. Because
I got most of them from that movie on the PS1 and all that shit. But yeah, that's what you talking about.
Okay.
And that kid, do you know who that kid is?
Luke Skywalker.
No, Luke Skywalker is not Obi-Wan the kid, Kenobi. Motherfucker, because he's in the new one. I'm not telling you, never mind.
Okay.
You'll find out. There it is, P.
Well, yeah, there you have it.
Was it worth the wait?
Yeah. I mean, I would have been fine if I picked this earlier, for real. Like, I shouldn't have dreaded it as much as I did.
That's something I'm wondering about the next one. I'm very curious about that one. So now, after this one, are you dreading the last one being in there?
No, not really. It's
So
just kind of
you won't make it an effort to try and go another 8 weeks?
No. Now it's just kind of, But if they fuck up, then I'm back on it, and I will.
The thing I'm worried about, you'll pick the next one, Return of the Jedi, and I think you'll like it a little bit. Then you'll watch episode 1, and then you'll be right back on the fuck this 8 week shit again.
We were gonna see.
Now earlier on in the show, I think it was when we were talking about people standing too close to you in line. I said I had something to say.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say it, P.
Yeah.
And I think you'll get a kick out of this. I know you'll get a kick out of this for sure.
Yes.
We got a comment on YouTube. I think it was somebody. We get. There are gonna be people that troll and shit. Always. I was just talking to them on the Twitter page about it. I'm like, yo, we waiting on the real trolls to come. We got one little one, but it was some bullshit. So, but it said something that made me laugh because I've actually heard it in real life outside of troll shit, and I deleted the comment off YouTube because fuck that person. But on one of our videos, they must have looked at a couple of them, or maybe just from that one, but they just put a comment up. It was like, yo, why you always so happy, motherfucker?
At me?
At us, I guess.
Oh.
And I just laughed about that shit because I'm like, damn, like. You try and keep an upbeat personality and be fun and shit, and then motherfuckers like, oh, why you always so happy, motherfucker?
Like, what do you have to smile about?
Yeah, like I can't be fucking happy to just be doing this shit. I can't be happy the motherfuckers are clicking this YouTube video to see what the fuck we talking about and that care about that shit.
Right.
And it
grinds your gear.
It grinds. It doesn't. That's what I was trying to say. It doesn't piss me off, but it triggers something inside me because. And as you well know, because you've been knowing me all this time, I ain't always been like this.
Yes.
I was an old angry motherfucker a lot of my life.
Yes.
Stuff that happened in my younger days and everything, it just got to a point where I didn't fuck with nobody. There's certain scenarios in my life I won't even talk about on this show, but I had a couple real bad periods in my life. And so all that shit made me just like, fuck the world, fuck everybody, don't talk to me. And in school, I'm like, I legit...
Fuck you.
In school, like, right, in high school, 9th grade, my thing was when I started at that school, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to talk to nobody. I ain't here to make no friends. I'm here to get this fucking diploma and go the fuck home. All that. Leave me alone for the next 4 years.
This is true. This is a true fact. Because I feel like if it wasn't... We had the typical, like... how, like, on TV shows, how, like, they always show, like, two friends getting together. Then, like, that's how, boom, it's an instant friendship. Yeah. That's how our friendship started.
Yeah,
like,
much.
If I didn't walk over to this man and ask him what he was listening to...
There'd be no Home Video Hustle.
There would be no, like, from that moment, and he told me what he was listening to, it was, like, nonstop from that moment on.
It was point.
Just from that, what the hell are you... Because I would see you, like, just sitting there every day.
Okay, let me get some background on that real quick, though. Because, like I said, I didn't talk to I purposely did not talk to nobody. Girls, guys, nobody. Even if a girl tried to holler at me, no, leave me the fuck alone. I legit, every day with a smug, like, just a grimace on my face. Like, just leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered with nobody. I had my hoodie up. Like, I was a dude, probably motherfuckers probably thought I was going to blow up the school or something.
I was about to say, he would be the goth black guy of the school. Like, because it was all
but
black
I wasn't
guys,
running around with the fucking Naruto arms and that. Like I just basically wanted to be left alone. I would go outside on recess. I wouldn't eat lunch in the afternoon because I didn't want to sit in the side with everybody. Everybody would go inside and get their food and everything. I would immediately go outside and I would stand up against the fence. He's laughing. I'm dead. He's laughing because it's the truth.
This is so true.
I would go right past everybody. People may say hi, what's up? I wouldn't even say shit to them. I would just walk right past them, go lean up against the fence, put on my headphones, put whatever CD on I had. So I didn't have an iPad, I had a CD player. That would be my everyday. Everybody would just walk past and they would see me lean up against the fence. I wouldn't speak to nobody, wouldn't say nothing to nobody. People would walk by me, probably talk shit. I ain't care. Had the headphones on. The world was dead to me. I was in my own world. Till the bell rang and I had to take them off and go back inside and deal with them assholes for the next few hours.
Right.
And like he said, one day PJ just randomly came up to me and like, hey, what are you listening to? But he tapped me on the shoulder and I immediately had fists cocked back and about to knock your ass out position.
Nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, why are y'all talking to me? Get the fuck away from me.
Oh my god.
And he asked me what I was listening to and I had the Run DMC Raising Hell album. I was listening to like My Adidas or something. And I told him, like, I'm listening to Run DMC, man. Like, just like, I'm fucking Run DMC. What the fuck do you want? He's like, oh, can I hear it? And I was like, Sure.
Right? That's
Just if it gets you away from me. And he started playing it, and he started rapping along with the songs. And then I was like heavy into old school hip hop. This is around the time I didn't listen to shit but old school hip hop. Nothing new, nothing.
Literally.
And so he started rapping along with the songs. And I was like, oh, you know that shit? And he like, yeah, I listened to that. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't remember if we kept talking after that or if you went back and hung with whoever you was hanging with. But from that moment on, we just kind of, every time we seen each other, we just kind of talk. And the friendship just kind of built from that point.
Yes.
And then from you, I kind of got cool with other people. Like, it just basically, I started to soften up a little bit because of PJ.
Right? Like,
PJ
hey,
got me
that's
out
who?
there.
His name is what? Brent. He's a cool guy. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he started telling people that, and then people started talking to me. At first, I hated PJ for that. I'm like, quit telling people that I'm cool. I don't want to talk to these motherfuckers. Fuck these people. But then, like I said, the softening happened, and I finally just started being cool with everybody. Then everybody found out I had like the immaculate music collection.
Yes.
And everybody wanted to be a rapper. So like, hey man, can you give me this? Can you give me that? Can you give me this beat? I need this beat. And I started having a business going. People would pay me for that shit. And so that happened.
Yes.
But it still was there. It wasn't completely gone like it is now, where I'm like always, trying to be cool and shit and happy and all that. Because it got to a point where I was like always so angry and shit. I would go to the doctor because I was having chest pains, like no joke, legit chest pains, because I was just so fucking angry all the time.
You would tell me that.
And my family has a history of like short tempers. Like I control that shit better than I think all of them at this point. Because like my brother is like the opposite. He don't control the shit at all. I try to control it a little bit, but like I said, things like when people stand on my back irks me, and that unleashes like the fire that I'm trying to hold inside. Right? Yeah. Because there's points where I legit like want to like fuck people up.
Imagine if you can. I'm not calling you a demon child.
Go ahead and do your thing. It's all
But
good.
imagine if you can, a little demon child who has just had the flame burning all the way until 9th grade. And then here comes this fucking cheerful guy, like the rainbow, like a fucking SpongeBob.
The fucking Disney guy.
Like, yeah, like that's me. And I'm just fucking cheerful and everything. And then I come create like a little oasis over his fire. So it's like, at times the fire still just burns through, but for the most part, the water has come. He has water over him now. It's just kind of but when need be, that little demon child will shoot the fire, fuck everything else. Fuck the water, fuck everything. Y'all gonna feel this
It came
wrath.
out a little bit in the last episode intro when I kind of, threatened to punch people in their throat and give them eye jammies and shit. Oh, you ain't heard that yet. Shit, I gotta play. You gotta listen to the episode. Yeah, I threatened to punch people in the throat and shit on that last one because they was talking shit about motherfuckers in Texas, and that pissed me off.
See.
But yeah, so it comes out every now and again, and I say that, and I said that because the dude left a comment like, "Why are you so happy all the time?" And I just laughed because I'm like, when I was always mad and angry, and I had all this angst all the time, motherfuckers, why you always so mad all the time? So then you flip it and do the opposite, and now motherfuckers, why you so happy? Like, what the fuck y'all want me to do out here, man? Like, do I gotta have one side of my face angry, one side happy, and I just be equal the fuck out? Like, what the fuck y'all want from me, man? I try to keep an upbeat, personality now. I ask people on Twitter, I'm always laughing, I'm always LOL and ha 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 and shit, because I just be like, I don't need them fucking heart problems no more.
That's what
exactly.
they
I'm
want.
be fucking Two-Faced. I ain't got time for them heart problems no more. I don't let shit get me angry no more. I went from one opposite to the other. So now I don't fuck with people, but in the opposite way. I just don't let people piss me off no more.
There you go.
I still don't fuck with a lot of people. That's why PJ's pretty much my only real friend I hang with. They just guy on like, really, motherfucker, like, you want me to get on the YouTube video and be like, yeah, we reviewing this fucking movie this week. It's fucking bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers probably gonna listen anyway. I don't even know why y'all watching this video, man. Fuck all y'all. Like, you want me to do that? Is that what the fuck? Is that what you want? Like, is that what you want me to do for real?
Are you not entertained?
Exactly, motherfucker. It got me just slightly because it just brought back memories of everybody bothering me about, why you always so mad all the time? Why you always look so mad? And it just.
That's funny, because that's what I used to always get. Why are you always so fucking happy?
Yeah, now I'm getting it.
Damn.
It
like,
feels
what the
weird.
Fuck?
But yeah, y'all got PJ and women and girls to thank for that shit. Because when I got in the girl period, that's when I was like, the smooth brother came out.
Yeah, smooth soul brother. That you were, my friend. That you were.
So, yeah, I guess times change everybody.
Yes.
I was the teen angsty guy. And I'm not no more. So if you ever wonder why I'm always laughing and shit, that's why.
If you could imagine, if you have ever seen Inside Out, the Disney movie, yes.
I don't know what that is.
He's anger. He's former anger. He's cool until you piss him off, but once you pissed him off,
it's all bad.
It was full throttle, fuck everything.
Yep.
But now he's a mix of, just like in the movie, everybody mixed together, and he's all well now. Exactly. All is one.
That was honestly like why I got into movies. That's why my movie collection was so big, because I didn't go out and hang with nobody. I didn't go outside and play and do that shit. I just sat inside and played my video games and watched my movies. That's why I got so much of movies, video games, and music, because all I did is sit in the house and do that shit.
There you go.
I was watching Star Wars constantly. Anything that's why I like sci-fi shit so much, because anything that made you feel like I was away from here, And shit, when I was like in my anger and depression days, just get the fuck away from everybody. Close my door, watch Blade Runner, watch Star Wars, not Star Trek, because I wasn't into it then, but shit like that.
There you go.
So
namaste.
Now you know a little bit more about me. More detail I can go into about that, but I don't know. Maybe if you ask me about that on Twitter, maybe I'll tell you, because there's a lot of more sad shit. I kept that. I told y'all the happy shit and the angry shit. I ain't said the sad shit, because nobody want to hear all that.
Very sad.
So yes, that's me, Brent, aka Old School, aka Schoolie,
I was about to say,
aka that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, Star Wars #2 is down.
Yes.
One more to go, P. I'm gonna throw it in the bag for you eventually.
Okay. Like, I'm not even dreading it for real. Like,
I'm glad, man. I'm glad you ain't on that bullshit no more, man. I knew Empire would help you out.
Yeah, we're decent.
If you want to holler at me and P, though, tell P anything about what he said about the movie. Tell me if I fucked up any names or anything. I want to hear some more untold stories of Schoolie.
There you go.
You can holler at me on the main page on Twitter. That is capital H, capital V, capital H, capital P, lowercase I cast on Twitter. And PJ has a Twitter, which he doesn't use, but maybe you guys can get his ass on there. And his is at Paulie PJ with 2 capital P's. Capital P, AULY, capital P, lowercase J. Paulie PJ.
There you go.
Follow him on there. I'm going to get him on there one day. You got to get your phone right. And then you
I got to get a phone. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. We'll get you on there eventually. And you can also holler at us on Facebook, facebook.com/HVH Podcast. You can leave comments for us on Podbean. I usually see those immediately because I got the app on my phone. That's mainly what I use to listen to other podcasts, that and Podcast Addict. If you want to really show us some love, get on the iTunes page, leave us a little 5-star review, comments and everything. That we always appreciate that. We appreciate everything y'all do. Just listening to the show, we appreciate. But if you want to do that little extra thing, show us some love on there, we really love you then, man. And then if you don't have an Apple phone, or you don't have access to iTunes,
what can they do?
You can get on this website called Podknife, and you can leave reviews for us on there as well. I don't think we have any right now, but a lot of people I know don't know about that shit, so I'm gonna drop some love for them right here.
There you go.
So it's all kind of different ways you can holler at us. I can't get a phone number though. That's where I draw the line. Also want to give a shout out to all my fellow castaways. What are the Castaways? Well, the Castaways are a big group of our friend podcast. Jeff at the Kung Fu Drive-In started this. He's like, hey, instead of, just tweeting at each other all out in the wild, why don't we just have this on our own little message board, basically, and we just chop it over with everybody on there. And it's a whole bunch of, I think it's like 14, 15 of us on there. So, shout out to all y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. If y'all listening to this show, got mad love for y'all. Y'all know I'm on there constantly. They ask me all the time, yo, when do you sleep?
Never.
I don't. Hey.
Dedication.
Day walking, son. So all that love for y'all right there. Oh, and also, stay tuned after the end song plays because we got some promos for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
We made a promo and we had a couple friend podcasts throw us on their show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you. Hobie and Superiority Complex, thank you for showing that love to us. It was weird to hear, listen to their show and then randomly you just hear, hey, do you like podcasts? And you hear our voices like, hey, I know them.
Who are they?
That motherfucking voice sound great. And so thank y'all for that. And we wanted to show the love back. So we said, hey, anybody that has promos, you send them our way. And we'll, of course, throw y'all in there, too. We always showing love. We trying to do what we can out here. So we got a couple for y'all. And one of them is the High Expectations podcast. 2 women in New Zealand, I tell you about all the time.
The land down under.
Hey. And they were a big fan of our last review because I just got a random tweet from Jazz. And she said, LOL at Home Video Hustle ain't nothing to fuck with. And she wanted me to let all y'all know that the High Expectations podcast ain't nothing to fuck with either. So we just letting you know. And I'll take it a step further and say, hey, all my fellow castaways, they ain't nothing to fuck with either. Be on the lookout for us because we're going to blow up out here, son.
Damn right. All
right, man, but this might end up being our longest podcast yet, man.
I believe
a lot of Star Wars talk, a lot of tangent talk. You learned a little bit about me, you learned a little bit about P.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
Today was a good day.
And I'm trying not to have to edit this thing for multiple days, so after all that's being said, guess what, y'all? My name is Brent.
And this is PJ.
Have a good rest of your Friday. Have a good weekend. Go out there, do your thing. Check out those other podcasts that I'm about to, show y'all some love for. At the end of this, stay tuned. Don't turn it off when you hear the music. Groove with it for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
And those promos will be up right after that. It's some good ones, some good shows. Go check these peoples out, son.
Definitely.
And I'll even link out. Hey, check the show notes. Check the Twitter. I'm going to link you to them even.
There you go.
Ain't no excuse why you ain't going to click on them. They good shows, man. For real.
For real.
For real, real. All right, man. Let's get up out of here. I got to go eat some tauntaun.
Oh, yeah. It's always on my menu, baby.
Hey,
always.
I ain't got no problem. I be hungry, homie. I'm always hungry. That shit mighty tasty, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, kind of juicy today, huh? Ooh. All right, we should really end this.
Why does it smell like that?
Yep, that's where I'm ending it. Peace, everybody. Stay tuned.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Hi, I'm Ellen, and I'm scared we exist in the Matrix.
I'm Jaslyn, and I'm bad at ad-libbing.
And you're listening to
High Expectations,
the promo. For our international listeners, you can appreciate our cute New Zealand accents. For our local listeners, you might bump into us in the street 3 times in the same hour. Our podcast is about pop culture,
Sexuality,
relationships,
interesting hobbies.
banter, and ragging on each other.
You can find us on
Apple Podcasts,
SoundCloud,
Pocket Casts,
Podcast Addict.
or anywhere you might like to find podcasts.
Yay, please subscribe.
Goodbye!
Guys, we have to make a promo.
What's a promo?
Okay, John, let me explain to you what a promo is. It's like a little ad. And what we do is we'll make an ad, and then, like last week, we had Brent from the Home Video Hustle. He and PJ had their ad, and it was on our show. We dropped right in there. It was beautiful.
Gotcha.
It sounded great.
Solid.
We're not going to sound that smooth, but we can do our own.
But we can try.
Yeah, we can tell them about the show.
We can do our darndest. Man.
Yeah, we can do our darndest, and we can tell them about what our show is.
What is our show?
Which is
We talk about movies. We talk about music. We talk about pop culture. We talk about... There's nothing we won't talk about.
food, politics.
We even talk about politics.
money
Politics.
Talk about money.
that I don't have.
Well, you know,
And movies.
but you know how you're going to get rich? Is if people listen to this promo. And so what we have to tell people is we say go to www.superioritycomplex.podbean.com. You can find us there. They can follow us on the Twitter at Soup Complex, SOUP Complex, like soup.
Yeah,
Everybody
like the
loves
soup.
soup.
I love
Yeah,
soup.
Soup Complex.
Soup is good food.
Give me some good chowder.
And you can go to Facebook and give us a like, and you can say, hey, facebook.com/Soup Complex. So that's an ad.
There you have it.
Yeah, we should do one of those.
You ever watch Kung Fu?
I love Kung Fu.
If you love Kung Fu, join me on the Kung Fu Drive-In Podcast, a weekly show where we discuss, debate, and dissect Kung Fu and martial arts movies past, present, and future. Available now on iTunes and Google Play Music. You can find me on social media on Twitter and Instagram at Kung Fu Drive-In, the Facebook page Kung Fu Drive-In Podcast, or our blog, kungfudrivein.com. Just remember, your Kung Fu may be good, but mine is better.